PC VR is annoying. Let me give you an example. If you're anything like me, maybe you weren't totally sold on the idea of VR from the beginning, or you saw the eye-watering price tag for a Valve Index, and you picked out the cheapest option for your VR gaming needs, Quest 2. Now, if you're a normal person, you'll probably just download Beat Saber and then let your headset collect dust in a corner of your room. But if you're like me, you'll want to play PC VR games like Half-Life Alyx, which are considerably more resource intensive than the Quest can handle. Remember, the Quest 2 is basically an Android phone shoved into a headset. Oh, wait. But anyways, let's say you want to connect your Quest 2 to your PC. What are even your options? Well, the obvious solution is just to plug it in over USB-C, just like any other headset. Of course, you'll have to deal with a cable, which I find can be pretty distracting in VR, but it'll probably have the best latency at least. Anyways, you plug it in and... Wait, I need the Oculus app for this? That sucks. Not to mention, the official cable is $80! Unless you buy a third-party cable, which I know from experience is pretty sketchy, we need a new solution. But this is okay, because you can stream VR wirelessly. This way, we aren't tethered to our PC, so even if it's in a confined space, you can just go anywhere you have Wi-Fi on your local network. While you can try Oculus AirLink, half the time it's super laggy and terrible, but it's still okay, because Valve lets you stream VR games through their app. Finally, a playable setup. And it's not bad if you have time to kill, but sometimes Steam VR will crash and you have to reset everything, and then you have to walk all the way back upstairs to where your PC is. If you couldn't tell already, this whole hypothetical situation is actually just my experience with VR. It would be great if the VR industry could just have its Steam Deck moment like the handheld industry did. Taking the PC end of gaming and making it convenient so that you can start playing at the click of a button anywhere you want. Anyways, I took that dream literally. Now, if you try this yourself, there's a few things you should know. First is that you may want to install a different operating system onto your deck. No, not Windows. Although, if you did install Windows, you could probably just set up VR just like with any normal PC. I wanted to keep at least a Steam Deck-like experience, though, so I installed Bazai on my deck. SteamOS, in my experience, can be a little finicky when you do weird stuff like this. However, technically, there isn't really anything stopping you from just using stock SteamOS. So if you want to, go ahead and give it a try. Now, my first idea was to stream VR through the Steam Link app on the Quest, just like I do on my Windows machine. However, Valve prevents you from doing this if they detect Steam Deck hardware. Well, that's annoying, but luckily there's an open source alternative called ALVR. Now, at first I was just playing around with this setup. I had a few issues, but overall, setting up ALVR was pretty smooth. I had it figured out in about an afternoon, and now I could plug in a cable or stream over Wi-Fi to play games. However, there was an immediate, rather glaring issue. There's this horrible stuttering over the whole thing, especially in more intensive areas. Hey, Editor Carter here. So, this flickering effect that I was describing didn't really come through in the recording. What it looks like right now is just these kind of black bars where the frame hasn't rendered yet. I'm going to provide this simulated effect. Epilepsy warning, by the way, it looks pretty ugly. But yeah, this is a little bit closer to what I was actually experiencing when wearing the headset. After some troubleshooting, I think this is a performance issue, and I fixed it by dumping the resolution scale to about half. Now, you may notice the awful resolution in the actual stream. This isn't actually as bad as it looks. Turns out this was just a setting in ALVR. Even at half resolution scale, it'll look a bit sharper later. However, after that, Aperture HandLab looked just fine and was perfectly playable. And I was going to call it at that, But then I found out that by default, the GPU is locked to 1 GHz in desktop mode. If we're going to play Half-Life Alyx on this thing, we're gonna need all the performance we can get, so we gotta fix this. Remember, the Steam Deck at heart is a 720p console. Its GPU is about half the performance of a GTX 970. Luckily, this is a pretty easy fix. All you need to do is set up a manual GPU clock in gaming mode, and that setting will carry over to desktop. Now it's time to put this setup to the test. I'm gonna put my Steam Deck into this bag so I can carry it with me. I've also set up 2 VR games, the first one being Half-Life Alyx, and the second being Kill It With Fire VR, because those are the only 2 VR games I own. Anyways, let's do it. Okay, we are plugged in. Now let's see if she picks up. Oh! Okay, we're in Steam VR Home. This is actually running alright. It's a bit jittery, but that's kind of just how it is, you know? Anyways, first game. Kill It With Fire VR. I'm gonna be real, I've never actually played this. This is my first time even launching it, so... But presumably nothing has crashed yet. We can't see desktop view, that's nice. So, okay... Ooh! No, no hand controls. I forgot that I had that shortcut enabled. Oh. Oh dear. So wait? Am I? Alright, is this just... I think we're in game. It's time to wreck some freaking spiders, am I right? Or am I right? Oh, that's laggy. Oh, we're in. Well, this seems to be running well. My hands are very laggy. I don't know if you can see that. Can I grab stuff? Oh, I clipped out of the game. My bad. You can lick the polygons off that telephone. Oh, it's got linear movement. Ooh, I don't like that. Ugh. Locomotion type. Blink. That's what we want. Oh! Kill it! Crap! That lagged quite a bit. I don't quite... Oh, he's still in there. I see him. Oh, the lag! It's kind of a weird flickering effect, too. I don't know if you guys can see that. Listen here, bucko. You're not getting away from me, okay? That's what you get. This is some classic Kill It With Fire if I've ever seen it. You know what? Real quick. I wonder if maybe we can... What are they doing? What are they doing down there? They've got lives of their own. Ooh. A big button? Bang! Dude, this tracking is so weird. Okay. Insert. Oh. Oh, this is just like Half-Life Alyx. They're gonna inject me with some crap, man. My gamer bones tell me there are spiders in these mitts. Ugh, get this box out of my sight. Ball. It's probably full of spiders. Get it out of here. Cube. Why did I say cube? This is just a box, man. Okay. The physics are kind of slow. Like, did you see that? When I picked up that controller. Like, it's not usually the speed gravity works at, right? Grab the
TV box. Oh, there's a spider. Crush it. Get back here, you. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Spider note. Grab it. It can be dropped into the back of your hand. This really is Half-Life Alyx. I'm telling you, this thing's full of spiders. No, it's not. You fooled me again. How could this happen? Ah, dang, I hit my bed. I never thought I would come back to you, Ball. But I think there are more spiders you could help me kill. Why does everything explode? Like, it has orange particles. Surely that's not an intended behavior, right? Oh, spider! Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Get back here. I hit my controller so hard. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. The tracker. It can find some spiders.
Okay, that was a mistake. Let's move on to Half-Life Alyx.
Look at the intricate. Whoa. Did I just see the Matrix there? Next up, Half-Life Alyx. I'm gonna be honest. After seeing how Kill It With Fire VR ran, I don't know if this is gonna work. I also feel like this is gonna take a long time to launch. I'm bored already. I need stimulation. Can we, like, Steam VR, like, hear me out. Can we just put, like, YouTube shorts right here? And then Instagram, that would be a terrible idea. Please don't do that. Maybe you aren't. Oh, what? Dude, do I really gotta wait to process the Vulkan shaders, bro? Oh my god. I actually got Steam Decked. I'm gonna have to sit here in VR. You know what? Screw it. We ball. Get the Vulkan shaders. And we are still waiting. Or maybe not. I think this is Half-Life Alyx. Alex? Are you there? Steam Deck's getting very loud. Hey, tracking's fixed, I think. This is already, working better. Attention, your graphics device is below minimum requirements for Half-Life Alyx. Oh boy, I can tell. Oh, okay, we are already on the lowest setting. Texture's medium. Low. Everything needs to be low. Direct 3D 11. What's the other option? Vulkan. Hang on a minute. We're not even using the Vulkan shaders. We don't even need them. Okay, bro. Okay. Slot S2. See? And then it goes away. I think it really might just be a performance thing. Alright. I have a feeling this is gonna be a while. Game will probably tell us when it's ready, right? Just, when my controller kind of... Whoa! Okay, there's some flickering. I think that's compression. It's very bright. Oh. It's running. Hey, we're in! Ooh, that's, chappy frame rate. Coke can, go! This one too. Ooh. I think I hit that card. That's why I put my finger in the fan. I'm invincible. Wow. What if I turn it off? It doesn't want me to. Let me push the button. Come on, I'm sure we've... Okay, I was literally directly on it. Another bottle. I aim for that guy. Well, this is what I remember Half-Life Alyx being like. There's no audio for some reason, but that's okay. Oh, here it is. Here's where everyone gets to do the drawing. Does it work? You can! It's a little laggy. Clean that up. Banana. Oh, I dropped it. Damn it! Okay, here we go. Gotta add the little detail. Oh boy. You know what? This might actually be a serviceable banana. I say that as I completely screw it up. Steam Deck so far is not great for precise movement, but I guess if you wanted to play Half-Life Alyx, you could. Oh, I can feel the Steam Deck getting warm, like on my back. Ooh, a robot! Look at the robot go! The alien robot! Oh, I almost fell over. The tracking is very laggy. I would not use this to play Beat Saber. Ooh, I can look through the camera. Oh, no, look at me. Just point it right there. Oh, wait, what? There's a man. See, there's a man in the camera. What is he doing out there? Oh, it's a VHS. Where do I plug it in? Sorry, I'm Gen Z. I don't know how these things work. Ow! I straight up punched my shelf. Well, that's what I get for playing VR.
So, what can we conclude from this? Well, while the Steam Deck can run VR, your experience could vary greatly depending on what games you play. Kill It With Fire ran pretty well, but the tracking was all laggy for some reason. Half-Life Alyx technically ran, but it was subject to both tracking and frame rate issues. It was not unplayable by any means, but it was far from a pleasant experience. One thing to note as well is that the playable experience I'm talking about is what I'm personally comfortable with. I'm not really that prone to motion sickness, and really the most annoying part of this whole experience is how heavy the Quest 2 itself is on my face. But with all the performance issues I experienced, this could be far less usable depending on your tolerance for them. But what about the convenience? Well, most of it just comes from using ALVR. It worked very well the whole time. If you try it yourself though, just note that the connection may restart a few times before it's stable. This is normal, just don't worry about it. Being able to carry it around is pretty cool, but you could just replicate that functionality with a gaming laptop or a purpose-built VR backpack PC if you were actually serious about it. So, is the Steam Deck good for VR?